Hi, friends and fellow viewers. Welcome to another episode of Coffee Conversation. Stree Shakti, powered by the Emerging India Forum, TIF, Lions Club of Mumbai Shining, India Business Group, IBG, Indian Chamber of International Business, ICIB, and Prime Infotech Solution. I, Jolly Singh, will be co-hosting today's conversation with our favorite host, Mr. Mansoor Thakral. The theme for our today's conversation is using photography for picture stories, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We have here today with us Juhi Goyal. Juhi Goyal is a wandering soul, music lover, deep thinker, wild observer, experimental cook, dancing star, digital creator, and a professional contemporary photographer and coach. Juhi is also a photography tutor and likes to teach the budding photography enthusiasts about photography and give them a different perspective. She has also attended a 7-day photography residency course at Pixo Academy at Surat. We welcome you, ma'am. So,
Hi,
as
thank
our Yeah. So as our format goes, we first cover your professional journey, then the personal journey, and end the episode with a fun rapid fire round. So let's get started with our today's conversation. Over to you, Mansoor.
Thank you, Jolly. Joey, I think we're going to have a really fun conversation today. As Jolly was reading out what would you have done, it's really getting me more excited to ask you more questions.
Thank you so much for the warm introduction and such a warm welcome. Yeah, I'm excited as well for you to ask me all the questions that you would want to ask.
All right. Okay. So Joey, you are a photographer and a coach by profession. So how did you combine both these professions? We really need an explanation to that.
Okay, so I will tell you the reality about it, how it went. So I've been a traveler since childhood. Okay, so my life has been like a wonderful journey. Like since childhood, I've been traveling quite a bit. So which, took me to taking photography in my bachelor's degree. I mean, photography was one of the subjects. I've done visual communication from MOP Vaishnav in Chennai. So there it was a subject. And then I soon developed interest in photography. And I felt, okay, I should, try on more things. So I did my internship. So it just went on. I realized, okay, this is something I would love to specialize in. So slowly all of that happened. So I did a lot of freelancing work. And then while in 2020, I was sitting at home and I get a call from one of the universities in Surat that they wanted me as a tutor. They wanted me to teach. So I was a little skeptical in the beginning because, I've been always working, but I've never had this thing that, I will come to teaching. So that was really like a big jump for me. So, but they really did manage to convince me that, okay, ma'am, we know that you will do a great job to whatever you take up. So you just come on board and we'll see how it goes. So while I was at Surat, while I was doing this photography thing, I really enjoyed the entire process. And I felt I understood that how much, the students also enjoyed having me there. So because, I brought a new perspective. So I gave them the answers to the questions in a different format, which is much easier because they were all new. They were all budding photographers. So, it made the journey for them easier and for me as well. And then I thought, okay, this is something that I should consider taking up full time. So right now I'm building my course on it so that I can, teach not just the budding photographers, but also, business owners and mothers and a lot of people, whoever are interested and want to take the journey ahead. So yeah, that.
So the journey started so your journey officially started with photography and then it went on to the everything else, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So we have gone to your profile. We have seen something with an hashtag known as Desi Photo Wali. So what is the story behind that hashtag?
So see, I actually always call myself like a contemporary, photographer. But, I feel like my approach towards photography has been very Videsi. But I feel I'm very deeply rooted and very Desi. So in my living the way I am. I'm a very desi person at heart. So that's where it came from. And also why Desi Photo Wali is because I wanted to emphasize on how just to empower women as well. Because, in India, very few women have taken up something, such kind of unconventional jobs. But I'm glad that the number of it is increasing day by day. So it was just to remind myself, okay, stay rooted, child. Whatever you do in life, I'm Desi at heart, so Desi Photo Wali. That's how it came. It was just like a random thing, but which made a lot of sense to me. So yeah.
So so if I have to ask you, so which was like the first image or which was the first photo which you clicked and you had put the hashtag with?
Well, that's hard because I don't really remember which picture I put it on first. But yeah, I mean, it just came instantly to me, that I thought, okay, this is something I would like to put, because I was just trying to revamp my entire page and journey. And I'm like, okay, let's do something fun to it. Because, it hashtags has a really good importance, because it helps because it helps in discovery. And I really wanted to reach out to as many people as possible. So I felt this is like a fun hashtag which people would get intrigued by, also knowing, okay, who this person is. Let's just check out and stuff. So I thought, okay, more the discovery happens, the better the approach would be. So that was the idea.
Okay. Right. I mean, this is personally for me, is like, I know writers always try to write stories up and everything. And I have quite a few friends who are like into photography, videography and everything. So we have always have this kind of a debate, like writers speak stories better. And, then they are like, nahin, hum photographers hai, hum kahani batate hai. So in that way debates, what do you think, or like, what do you like so much about photography?
See, so what I love photography, because I think photography is my life. Okay, it's my life in total. Because I believe, see, whatever we are a bit of our past, our present, and the future. So I'm living all of it through my photography, because it's given me a new perspective. And it is a very powerful medium, I believe, because the visuals have a lot of power. So whatever memory I have of my childhood, it's because of the pictures. Because as a child, when I used to travel, we used to take pictures, and then we used to write on the back of the pictures, okay, kahan travel kiya, what did we do, and all of that. So it has become like a very strong memory in my mind. So if it's also like a great way to remember things, and you get to meet new people, you get to visit new places. So it has taken me everywhere, because so it has like everything combined for me. Because since I love traveling, so travel be include ho jata hai, I get to meet new people, and a lot of learning is happening. So all of that. So photography is like my vision for the future. Like it's a very powerful medium, and has a strong hold to inspire. So just that.
Correct. So like we know there are different kinds of photographies that take place around the world. So we would like to know for all the audiences, obviously for us. So have you covered any kind of fashion shows or any kind of like photography in fashion? And how is the fashion industry a little bit different when it comes to photography?
Okay, so I have done 2 fashion weeks. So one was London Fashion Week, which was my first fashion week that I covered. So that happened through my university while I was studying at London College of Communication in London. So when I was part of the thing, so part of the course, we were given the opportunity to be there on the field and work, take next to the campaign through the entire process of London Fashion Week. So what I learned in that journey is that it is a very professional approach, and it is not like a one-person game. You have a lot. You need a team to be on board, and it requires a lot of professionalism, commitment, and discipline. And it really does have the power to inspire also, because through your photography you're giving window to all the designers to showcase their work. So that way it is very different. And I've also covered Gujarat Fashion Week, which happened in Surat. So yeah, so 2 of the things. So I really enjoyed my journey there, because I love to be around music, love, and this all creations and all of that. So it was a very nice journey. Yes.
Okay, so when we talk about photography these days, okay, like I mean, nowadays we have the smartphones with the 48 megapixels, 200 megapixels, and all that stuff going on in the market.
Yeah.
How does one actually like stand out? Because when like this is a debate that goes on every time on social media. When I see it, like everyone opens a social media page, 5-6 दिन का उन लोगों को घुमाल चलता है. They start clicking pictures, they start posting it outside and everything. So how does like one define themselves? Like okay, I want to be a professional photographer. Do I have to start professional photography with buying a DSLR or a SLR, or I should invest that money in a phone? So how does that work? Like what is the difference between those things?
See, I believe that aajkal though, if you see, as you said, everybody wants to be a photographer. Everybody considers themselves a photographer. So everybody wants to slowly take over our jobs. But but the thing is, the only difference that makes it different is that, like, you really need that vision. Not everybody has the same vision. See, we can be standing on the same place, okay? But what you would see and what I would see would be two different things. We might be shooting the same stuff, but what we see and how we see also makes a difference, because there are a lot of factors involved, like the composition, lighting, and the way, you frame the picture. So a lot of factors are important. See, a lot of people buy expensive cameras and they think, okay, they have they have the best equipment, so the job is done. So that doesn't matter, because see, it's an equipment. It is not everything. You still need somebody to use that manually and put your vision. If you do not, if you're shooting on a autofocus mode, how much difference does that going to make? Because you might own the most expensive equipment and not know how to shoot. So that eye to detail, knowing the composition, just having the spirit and then the passion towards it makes a lot of difference, I feel. And you will stand out in just not the way how you shoot and stuff, but also how you connect to the audience, how you connect to your clients, the kind of relationship that you maintain with them. All of that is also a big part of this. Photography is just not shooting, but also meeting, networking, editing. A lot of work goes behind the thing. So it's just
Okay. Now, since you've spoken about work, I would really want to know, like, what are the professional obstacles you have faced during your entire career?
So professional obstacles, I think, see, I honestly have been blessed that way. For me, I have not faced as many obstacles as such, but all I wouldn't say is, like, see, there is still that discrimination going on where people feel, okay, she's a lady, how well would she be able to do it? Will she be able to do it? People have that sense of doubt in them. But I think I'm glad that things are changing, and right now people are asking for women photographers, because they feel that women photographers are able to create a safe environment for them, because we are very friendly, we are able to understand people better, are able to cater to their needs in a better format. Like even like earlier I used to see, like Muslim weddings, when they used to happen, they were comfortable calling a women photographer, because it was easier for them. And likewise, when people who are just taking portraits or family pictures, they would also prefer a female photographer, because the women are much more comfortable, because they are not models or professionals. For them, the approach has always been better, like when they are working with a female. So that way, I think it's been fine. I've just faced personal obstacles as such in my thing, but professionally, I think I'm doing fine. It's just that I need to come out of my boundaries and limitations to feel limitless. Otherwise, I think it's fine. I think I have no obstacles as such professionally, but yeah, it's just been like a journey.
Johnny will discuss those questions with you personally in the personal round. Those are going to come. Okay, moving on to the next question. Yeah. So when Jolly was reading your entire intro, we know that you're into like so many things. So how do you balance the creativity and then have that technical aspect of photography, and now the way you're communicating with us, you're like so lively. How do you manage that balance?
See, I believe that it just like happens, like it's just like an instinct that happens naturally, because I mean, I'm not trying to like pretend or be something or the other. It's just like, I'm a person who gets like restless very easily. So for me to do one thing all the time is like a task. Okay, so that is why you've seen so many things, like, because I feel that I'm a little bit of everything, because I don't want to be just one thing in life. There's so many things that I would love to try and experiment and do stuff. So same thing which I do in my photography as well. So to keep my creative juices flowing, I try to like do concept shoots. So whatever I do, I put a concept to it, because I feel like uh while I'm doing something, I would love to inspire people and also do something productive where a message is going out. So when I put a concept to it, it automatically becomes fun. So sometimes the concept comes first, the planning comes first, and the pictures come later. But sometimes the pictures happen first and the concept comes later. So that way, I'm trying to put some element to it, so that it becomes interesting, and it is interesting for me as well. Because when you're shooting just randomly, then it becomes pointless. Only if you can add value to somebody else's life also, I believe is you're doing true justice to what you're doing. So that is what it is.
Okay. All right. So now this is the personal question, like from my end, which I would really like to ask you. I hope I don't offend any photographers out with. So I mean, like, see, as you said, you all know this. You all are like all photographers are shooting the same thing, and then there is that different. You see a different image, the other person sees a different image. So how does it come in your mind? Like, आप ऐसे खड़े रहो, ऐसे smile करो, ये करो, वो करो. How do you
See
get the
that
perception right?
see that is through practice. You can make out, see, but because
Okay.
that is like from practice of shooting, and also understanding how the person is comfortable, or how the person would look like into the picture. See, that's like that again comes from the vision, like how you want to portray them, or how the subject, the person who's been shot wants to get clicked, or how they see themselves in the picture. So it's a bit of everything. You need to know the right mix to get everything right. So while, see, when you shooting a picture of yourself also, like when you're taking a selfie, you would know, okay, this angle is not right, okay, I need to adjust my face, chin up, chin
Right.
down, whatever. So these are things that you would know in by yourself, like when you see it, you would know it. So same way when we are behind the lens, like when we are seeing it through the viewfinder or through the screen, we know that, okay, this doesn't look okay, this needs to go out, and this has to be this certain way. So this is how we work. So it's the same thing for us, like how you like to see yourself. We like to give the best of our pictures to the client, best of the
So have
work.
you dealt with any clients that you have like have little bit, like low self-confidence, and you be like thoda smile karo, something like that. How you dealt with that?
So see, that has happened a lot, okay? Because usually sometimes when I'm taking portraiture, when I'm shooting with clients who are, normal people, normal human beings who just want to get a photo shoot done. So that happens. So what I do is I like to talk. From the conversation, you would have been clear, like, like I can talk quite a bit. So I'm a talkative person that way. And I think I know the way to people's mind. As they say, like food goes to the people's, like through people's stomach and then into the heart. Same way, I think with my conversation, I make easy for the people. I make it easier for them, because when I converse with them, so they try to, they started to loosen up. And when they loosen up, they automatically are able to be comfortable. And when they're comfortable, the pictures happen, because then they are candid, then it's not forced. People are not thinking, you, how am I looking, and what will she thinking, what would she think, how am I looking behind the camera, is she going to guide me well or not. So it's the how you take your conversations with them is what makes the difference, and I think I'm pretty good with that.
I bet definitely you are.
Yeah.
So again, so on the professional side, so so if you would like to tell us which cameras do you currently use for your
So I'm right now using Sony Mark IV. So
okay.
I'm using that camera currently. I've just not recently, it's been 2 years since I upgraded. So I was using a Nikon D7000 earlier. So I also want to add one more thing to this. Like, people, I've usually seen these young photographers, yeah. Like, when I was at the photography, like residency course, I saw like a lot of students came up to me and so, ma'am, we have this best equipment. It's like the latest in the market and stuff. So I just want to say that, don't depend on the instrument, because it's an equipment. Okay. It's just an instrument towards to the final stage, but it's not everything. You might not have the best camera, but still you can do the best pictures. It's just how you see and how you bring out the best of what you have. And if you practice from the lowest of the things, you would be able to understand the photography terms and everything better, because you will know how to deal when the things are not at the best sources. Like, when you have the highest rate of pixels, of course the pictures would turn out nice because the instrument is nice and it has a role to play for sure, but it's not everything. That's what I would like to say.
So if you have to talk about like traditional photography and smartphone photography, like I mean, since we discussed this, that we're having more and more expensive phones coming out. So do you think in the long term, like the traditional photography will go away and then the smartphone photography will take over? Do you feel in such an aspect?
See, as far as the photography is concerned, if photography is alive, I'm okay with that. If it's taking a form of smart cams or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I see the traditional photography is never going to die. Why? Because uska, it has a different role to play. See, photography, I mean, see, if smart cams are becoming much nicer, it's a boon to us also, because it's making our job easier. So me as a photographer, I do not like move around with my cam all the time. Okay. So sometimes I just like to have my camera, like my phone is just enough, because it's giving you a good quality picture. So it depends on the purpose. What are you trying to take the pictures for? So for example, if you're doing like a proper professional shoot, where you need to put the pictures where it is going to be for personal branding and to build your brand and stuff, so obviously you would want to go for a traditional method. You would not like depend just on the iPhone pictures. But even if you do, there's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing going conventional. I feel photography doesn't come with rules. If you are good to go, you can do better. You can do good things with anything. Doesn't matter what the instrument is. So it's just that. That's my belief. I might offend a lot of other people also, but that's truly my belief. So yeah.
So I've like had this lot of conversation with photographers, and they always say like like when they go to shoot like in the night, when they have night shoots and everything, that is a bit more difficult than the traditional like daytime shooting. So would you like to explain it to us, like why is it so?
Yeah, I feel because see, the firstly, a lot of factors are included. It depends on what kind of shoot also it is. Like, suppose if it's like a fashion shoot or something, then a lot of entire team is into it. It's not like a solo person's game. So a lot of things are it depends on a lot of factors. It can be difficult in terms of transport or in terms of lighting, get the right kind of light if you're not using a lot of external flashes, or you're not doing strobes and stuff. So and then it could be an issue. But when you're shooting in daylight, you have you have an entire day to yourself, where you have like you can use the natural light as well, and also play with the artificial lights. So that is why probably that could be one of the things. But like when you're shooting in a studio, it doesn't matter if it's day or night, because it's anyways indoors and you have inside a room. And me as a person, I'm like a night person, so I would love to shoot in the night. So there's no problem with that. It just depends, what the purpose of the shoot is. So just that.
Okay. Got it. So with that, we come to the end of the professional journey. And we're really excited to hear about the personal journey, because I bet you have a lot of things to speak about. There are a lot of like things hidden in the closet. And I hope Jolly will definitely get across all those things out. Over to you, Jolly.
Sure thing.
Thank you so much, Mansoor. I would definitely try to get everything out of a personal journey, so that our viewers can get inspired and get going with their photography enthusiasm. So let's get started. And my first question would be, as you were saying that more than the professional obstacles, you had like your personal obstacles which you needed to overcome first, rather than your professional obstacles. So if I may ask, what those personal obstacles were, and how did you overcome those? What were the challenges that you were facing? How were you dealing with those obstacles?
Okay, so to answer to this question, so what I would say is like, like when I started off, like, when I was doing Viscom and I was studying Viscom at MOP Vaishnav, so that time photography was just one of the subjects in which I used to excel. Okay. But then when I like that told my parents also, okay, so this is something I would want to pursue full time because, I told them, okay, I want to do my master's in photography and go to London and do like a proper course in it. So they were also a little like hesitant about it. What will you do? And, is this like something you really want to pursue? Because, what is the future like? Because, this is not like a very firm job, like how Indians have that mentality कि नहीं भाई अगर इंजीनियरिंग और डॉक्टर करे और वो सब करे तो ही बहुत अच्छा है, साइंस ग्रुप वाले चीजें करें तो ही सही है, वरना तो all this is nonsense. This is like a time pass thing. So this was not a very time pass thing. So to firstly make my parents understand, but I would be very like, I'm very glad that they've been very supportive in my journey. So they just told me, okay, see, listen, if you're able to crack it on your own, then you're free to go. Like, you have to pass all the tests and all the interviews, and luckily, for me it has worked out, and I got into the first university that I applied in, which was UAL, and I was very happy. And they were like, okay, now go take it away and take and fly. So that, and then like, see, it has been like a mixes of responses and a lot of things, a lot of learning. So all my friends, or some of my friends used to be like, what are you doing? You have a life to live, you're traveling, you're doing. They were only seeing the fancy side of it. They never saw that the troubles that I faced, that I had to get up, hold so many equipments on my own, buying my own equipment, and traveling to places, shooting in such heat. Like, see, Chennai has some extreme weathers. Okay, it can even go to like 45 degrees and stuff. So once I even fainted like while shooting, so it could go that worse. So those have been the difficulties. And then later, as like we progress in life, I got married, and then after that, making my in-laws understand, okay, this is something that I would like to do, and they had their own say into that this is not what we want you to do, because this you could do something better. So, it's been like a constant journey of explanations. Okay, no, bhai, this is the thing that I would want to do. And this is something that holds my true heart, because I believe that I really want to bring in a change. I really want to bring some impact through my work. And I feel, okay, you can bring impact if you really want. You can bring impact in whatever way. You don't have to do like specific jobs. You don't have to be in army, because that also was one of my dreams in the childhood, that I wanted to go in army, and all of that. I'm like, that dream is never coming to fulfillment. But this is possible. I can change people's mind through my visual stories, tell through my mediums, to the concepts that I choose, and all of that. So I really did stick to it, because I felt, okay, it is my calling. Even if I might give it up professionally, this will always be my personal thing to do, something that I'll always do in all my life. So yeah, so these have been like little personal obstacles, which is like coming and going, but yeah.
Like, this was exactly my next question. Like, you answered it very well in the first question only, that photography is, yeah, like photography is not the mainstream profession. We just grow up dreaming about becoming a doctor and an engineer and a scientist and an army personnel. So photography is not one of those mainstream, and our
Exactly.
Indian parents, they just don't they just want their child to like earn good money. So
Yeah.
this is like, as you said, like you had to convince your in-laws like after your marriage, and like your parents itself were very like skeptical about your idea of like pursuing for photography and everything. What was the kind of environment was there, like when you decided and when you just announced that this is the thing that I want to do? How did you handle, how did you go with it?
Okay, so it was a bit of a journey. It was not so easy also. So like convincing my own parents was fine, because see, they have never like They never did say no. They were just wanted to be sure themselves that if I was sure, I don't know, they were checking like slyly that, okay, this one really wants to do something at it, or, or so much she's just saying that, no, she can do it and stuff. So I also actually, when I applied for the exam and gave my interviews and stuff, I also gained clarity with them, with my parents, that, okay, this is something that I want to do for sure. And I'm something I'm actually good at, because it's not easy to firstly get, into the university that you want. And it's like one of the best universities in the world, UAL. So it was like, I felt proud of myself. Okay, self pat. Okay, Juhi, you cracked the thing and you're going for this. And then after that, the self pat thing came when, like when I used to keep shooting as a freelancer. And, I was outside, and then one of the days, one of the ladies just walked up to me and said, okay, Juhi, are you Juhi? I follow you and I love your work and all of that. So that came like, okay, like a shocker. Arey, wow, like there's somebody, actual people looking at my work and following me. And same thing happened, like people walking to my parents and telling them, okay, your daughter Juhi is doing like some really good work. We love to see what she does. So my parents also felt that fulfillment, and they felt really proud, that feeling. So slowly that started to fade. And then, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I did like a nude series when I was in London. So I shot a nude series. So, one of the aunties, like, like a family friend, she's like, "Ooh, tumne nude shoot kiya hai?" I'm like, "Yes." So my mom also was like, "You please don't put this on Facebook and stuff." I'm like, "See, listen, this is my work. This is nothing I want to put. And I'm not trying to show something vulgar or whatever. It is coming in a very good format. When you see it yourself, you will know." Because it was, body in forms of abstracts, or how you take like, body as an example to draw a lot of inspiration. So if you look at the pictures, you would know it yourself, okay, what I was trying to mean. So then when that lady also saw, when the family friend saw, she said, "Oh, arey, wow, I love the pictures and all of that." So, the change has come that way, because what I'm trying to say is that, the it's not, there's nothing wrong about bodies, human bodies, or being, being vulnerable, or being yourself, or being nude. It's just your mentality, clearly. So if you have like a good mentality, and if you see it with the right eye, you would not feel that awkwardness. So it's just that. So so yeah, so that's how it happened. And then with the in-laws also, I just told them, Casey, listen, this is something I truly want to do. Please let me make my own mistakes. Let me learn. If I fall, I'll be myself. There's nobody to blame. It'll be myself, me, who I would blame. And it's okay, because it's a process. It's a learning phase. Even if I do not succeed, it's fine. I have other things to do. Mere baki ke skills kab kaam aayenge? Then I'll do something else. But at least let me have my go at it. And this is how I would want to inspire people. So finally, they also gave it in, because everybody used to tell me, yaar, please karne do usko, yaar, she's good at it, yaar, let her do it, yaar. They're like, okay, man, let's do whatever we want. So yeah, so that's
We
been
are
my
very
true
glad
journey.
that you were we are very glad that you were given the chance, because we have such an amazing photographer sitting in between right now, and
Thank
we
you.
are
That's so
talking
sweet
with
of
a
you.
yeah. So like you said, the body is an abstract. Photographers, for a fact, are also called like the artists. So with the period of time when we say artists, like they have their own idea, they have their own vision to see things. Like whenever this like we with the naked eyes, we whatever we see, the whatever the artists see, it's a two complete different perspectives. So over the period of time, have you been successful in finding your perspective, your vision, how you view the abstracts in your photography and other people's photography? Have you been able to do that?
I think so, yes, because I feel like I've learned the art to like understand people's emotion and how to portray them better. I have that eye to detail for that. So I think yes for that. And I also feel it's like about how you build relationships with your client, how you go with them. It's not just like it just doesn't end with the shooting process. it's like, the pre things that happen and after things also that take place, once the shoot is done. So it's like a bit of everything, so yeah. So while answering the question, I forgot what the question was. Yeah.
But have
So
you, yeah, so I will repeat my question. Have you been able to find your perspective through the years of experience you have been gaining through the photography in yours and others' artwork? Have you been able to do?
I think I'm slowly gaining perspective. I would say, I wouldn't say I've gained it all. I would not say I have it all, but I'm slowly gaining perspective towards what my true vision is. Itna I have understood, okay, this is somewhere, I would want to bring in a change, and I really want to do something for women because I strongly feel for them, because the kind of things that we need to go through, it's like a journey in itself. Okay, we are like superheroes. I mean, I'm not saying about myself, but like just generally in women are superheroes because they're doing a lot, and a not lot is spoken about them. And you are doing a great thing by doing this campaign called Nari Shakti and stuff. Where, yeah, Shri Shakti, where you're doing a good campaign on, like, you're bringing really good people on board. So, sharing their stories, which is a very good platform for all the women who are trying to make a mark in the society. So it's just a very good platform. So I think, yes, I've gotten a perspective. Okay, whatever shoots I do, it has to be something which is having a message, something that is going to bring an impact, even if it involves like shooting a product or something. Even if it's something of that sort, it will also have a story to tell. That is why, I reframed my thing to picture stories by Juhi, because कहानियां और यादें, यही हमारी दो चीजें हैं जो which makes us what we are. So these are the two things for me. I think it is my life. So this is what I want to take it ahead and leave a legacy behind. If at all, if people have to remember me, they would remember me by this. Ke, haan, she was a storyteller, visual storyteller. So yeah, that.
Definitely. So, like while talking to Mansoor, you also mentioned that your style might be Videshi, but you are Desi at your heart. So, what is your favorite type of photography? What is your style? Like, how do you define yourself?
See, living in a country which is like the most populated country in the world, so my favorite type of photography is portraiture because I'm very good with people. Though I don't like being around people most of the times, but it is very it is very ironic, I would say, because this is the kind of photography that I love to do, which is portraiture, because I think I'm very good with people. I can understand people better and I'm able to get those emotions out of them very smoothly, I would say. So that is a process, and it is a very fun thing because every time when you meet a new person, everybody has a story to tell. So for me, the vision that you asked, that, okay, what is my vision? So my vision was that only, right, to collect stories from people, to to give out as much of information as possible in a way which is adding value to people's life. So वही चीज है कि मतलब when I meet different people, अच्छा लगता है मुझे to know कि what their story is, how they like to see the world, what they have to put into the whole thing. So yeah, so it really, like, I really enjoy that. But one of the photography style that I would love to try would be underwater photography. I would love to experiment, like, because recently I did like a scuba dive and then I felt, okay, I'm missing out on a lot. I think I should try a new journey. So I should go underwater and shoot some nice pictures underneath as well. So yeah.
So, this is like one of your bucket list things to do.
Absolutely.
So, photography is something of a creative world. Like, so how do you stay creative and innovative with your photography? Because since like we have been discussing that everybody nowadays is a photographer, like with their phones in their hand. So how are you putting yourself into it, like being creative and being innovative, being consistent and being updated with the world?
So see, I would, as I said, I'm a learner myself. I'm not like a know-it-all person. I'm somebody who's evolving as the time is evolving. also. So kuch bhi naya aata hai, I also try to inculcate, try to get those new gadgets and those, gimbal, ye, wo 50 cheezein. I'll also try and get and try my hand on it. Because see, I'm not like somebody who knows it all. Hamesha se to aata nahi tha. It's like a learning, you have to practice, and as you practice, you get better at it. So it's just that. So I keep practicing, and I try to inculcate my other, like whatever things that I like, other passions with this. So I mix everything, so beach mein when I'm shooting, I always put on some nice music, and I'm dancing in the background. Like if you see my BTS, you will know like the kind of fun that I like to put while we are shooting. Because see, because when you really need to enjoy what you're doing. Khali camera leke photo khiste raho, hote raho, to sometimes you also your vision becomes blurry after a point of time. You can't see also what's happening. So to keep your mind focused, you need good music, you need good energy around. So I put on some nice music, then I dance around. I love to dance, as I said. I'm used to choreograph also earlier. So I do all of that, and I make the people who are with me also dance. So they also have a good time and we enjoy good food once the shoot is done. So bonus, that is another bonus for us. So all of that. So I try to, mix all of it, and I'm trying to also upscale my work, because I'm trying to learn new things. I'm trying to create a course online, and then I'm like also reading new things, trying to learn digital marketing, be very like upskill and proper up to date with whatever is the new technology. And also trying my hand at videography, because see, because I think video is like the future also, because everybody is like, in terms of reels and all of that, you all know like how it is going crazy. So I think, yeah, that is one thing I would love to get into, videography. क्योंकि अगर हमारा photography का job छूट गया तो कुछ तो होना चाहिए ना. So yeah.
photography का job तो नहीं छूट रहा आपका, definitely, like you
I hope
photographer
not.
too, like you are an excellent photographer to be leaving that so soon.
Thank you, that's very kind of you.
So like you answer my next questions just like before me asking it. So my next question was just that, like, do you follow trends? We are living in the era of reels and YouTube shorts and everything. So are you like the person who follow trends, and are you into making reels and all? How?
So yeah, I mean, see, as I said, like, and I love to experiment. I'm one person who is not happy with just one thing in life. I want to do everything. I feel one life, live it all. So yeah, I would say like not everything also depends on the trend that is going on. So har cheez nahi karti hum main. Like my tutor once, like I have a tutor who just told me like like अगर कोई कर रहा है ठीक है, श्री वाली पे डांस कर रहा है ठीक है, वो कर रहा है, उससे तुम भी कर लो यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अगर उससे तुम्हारा काम बढ़ रहा है, काम अच्छा हो रहा है, तो कर लो, क्या जा रहा है? I mean, why do you have to feel shame in doing it? Because see, in any which way, if you're able to reach out to more and better audience, so might as well do it. I mean, you need not take shame into it. Ke bhai, what will people think of me, if I should be doing it or not? Agar trends अच्छे तो कर लो, कोई problem नहीं है. So that's what I believe. If I like to do something, I do it. I mean, I recreate it in my own way, not copying the entire format or doing the same thing. Just put your element to it, just be yourself, and then I think it's done, the job is done. So yeah.
And I would say that that is an excellent way to view the trends and reels and everything, to follow that. There is no shame if your work is growing and if you're getting some help.
Absolutely. Because see, a lot of times, people have this they have this feeling that they'll be judged and stuff. So I think वो नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि trends का काम ही वही है, to reach out to maximum number of people and create like a whole thing of it, like a trend कि हाँ भाई, everybody wants to do it. So why can't you also do it? So just do it. I mean, if it interests you, and nobody has ever not enjoyed dancing, and just been doing something, and even like you can shoot and dance. Like even while taking photography content, I also try to inculcate something of these sort, where you're mixing your passions. So it is giving you a platform कि भाई हमको इतने अपने दूसरे passions को भी follow करने का मौका मिल रहा है. So why not? So it's just that.
So like you have been telling that like you are constantly learning, you are on the journey of learning and new skills and improving yourself, and you have been also trying to create the online course and all. So where do you view yourself, like down the lane after 5 years, where is Juhi standing? And what is she doing? And like, what do you vision yourself to be after 5 years?
So after 5 years, I just vision myself being working as working remotely, firstly, having a team which is supremely good, having like a proper systematic workflow जहाँ पर मेरे बिना भी काम चलेगा, and मैं जहाँ पे life enjoy भी कर रही हूँ थोड़ा बहुत, and somewhere like Juhi will be doing a lot of things. She'll have like a good studio maybe where she will create a space for fellow artists who want to work and create something great. So I will be having one of that, and then a lot of things. I'm going to do something crazy big, man. Down the line, I really hope 5 years down the line, I'll be like a proper photography coach. I'll be like an online, offline both. And I will try to add maximum value to people's life. Like, I want to be an entertainer overall, do everything possible and give the most value in whatever ways. Just that.
And we wish you all the best for that. Like, we are
Thank you so much.
getting that very soon. If not photographer, like, what would Juhi be?
That's a tough one, because since I have like so much into my to-do list, I want to be everything, but if not that, I would want to be, like a health professional, though it doesn't like go with my image, right, body image right now, but I actually soon to be, I want to be a yoga instructor. So I'm soon going to Goa, like in August or something, and I'll be doing like a training course. So I'll be training as a full, become a proper yoga instructor. And I really want to get into that journey of being a little, on that like unconventional living and little thoda sa, I want to do something different just towards health and just, help people as well. Help myself first so that I can help others later. So that's the thing. Something into that journey.
You have a way too charismatic personality to be like saying ki, oh, I not look like that, because that crime saying that, I would say.
Oh,
Maybe
so
a
sweet,
crime.
man. You're too kind. Thank you so much.
Because no, it is not allowed. It is not.
You're just too kind. Yeah.
My next and last question would be that how would you describe Juhi in one word if you've been asked to?
Pagal. That's an instant word that comes to my mind, which is like I'm a mad person and I am happy being mad, because I believe ke zyada gyani hoke kuch milne nahi wala life mein. Only if you're mad, people think okay, this is a mad person, and you're allowed to you're allowed to make mistakes, you're allowed to try new things. So I'm happy being a mad person, and that's how I want to be. I want to explore everything, do everything possible, like whatever is within my limits and whatever is possible, and give out maximum value. मतलब मैं कुछ करा के होना चाहती हूँ. I don't want to die just randomly. I want to give back to the country that I'm fortunate to live in. So that's one of my biggest dreams, that I want to leave an impact after I'm gone. So before I'm gone and after also, like however. So in whatever ways, kuch bhi karke, but yes.
Thank you so much, Juhi. Like, it has been an amazing conversation. We have had so much fun. Like, I think Mansoor and I like didn't even realize how like the fast the time has passed. But it was so cool, like entertaining and quick. No, I like it has been great. So
likewise, I really enjoyed this conversation with both of you.
So this is all for the professional journey. Over to you, Mansoor.
Yeah, that was the personal journey, Jolly, not professional. But it's better.
I'm so sorry.
I think Juhi,
She's not.
She's just got too engrossed with you. She's
Yeah.
like for she just said, as you said, it's Pagal, Goyal, Pagal. It's like rhyming both.
However, like if it, like whatever, if it's making you laugh, na. See, one thing that one more thing, stand-up comedy, I can do that also, no. What do you guys think?
Definitely, you can do it.
Like we would be loving to hear like one bad joke before this conversation ends. I would say
You
like
want to?
because our next round is a fun rapid fire round, and I know what my question would be now.
Oh my God, no, I am bad at jokes. No. You put me into a spot. I can crack some good ones, but right now, see, this is up like a, see, I'm a joker myself. Yeah, उससे बड़ा joke क्या चाहिए आपको और बस ना.
All right. So, Joey, continuing back again to the show. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, Joey, given the chance that you get a chance to meet God, and God gives you one wish, what would be that one wish that you would ask for, and why?
Oh, tough one. One wish. One wish. कि बस मेरे अपनों को खुश रखो, like I don't know, like I'm very emotional person as such, so for me it really matters, like that my loved ones are doing good, so just the well-being of theirs and give them the courage and spirit to lead their lives in the better way, and for myself also, like just that. I don't know, I mean right now you put me in a spot so I can't think. But yeah, this is what I would want, like I really would want everybody's fine and doing good, कि they have a सबको वही direction मिले सही चीज करने के लिए, because I think we have to fill in colors in our own life. God has given us, created us, he's given a, उन्होंने अपना काम कर लिया. It is our job now to do the right thing, so we need to find a direction. So we can only ask for the power, okay, give us the path to lead the journey and do it, give it 100% and अच्छे से करे बस. That's the thing.
Alright.
So that's what I would ask, I guess.
So like you said, you really enjoying the tasty food after the shoot finishes. What would be your favorites?
What would be my favorite?
Yeah, like if you have to eat that one food for the rest of your life after every shoot finishes,
घर का
what
खाना.
would that
घर का खाना, seriously, घर का खाना, because there's nothing better than घर का खाना, because it is the best thing, it's like a soul food, क्योंकि घर पे जाके when you eat that food, it really just gives you the peace of mind, because after the shoot all you want to do is like just go rest and chill in your bed and just enjoy that freedom to just be in your bed and eat. Irrespective of whatever you eat, but yeah, but home food is something that is like the best. Yeah, nothing. And yeah, also cheesecake, I don't mind cheesecake. So yeah.
Okay. So, Joey, you have to give two things back to the world. What are the two things that you would like to give back to the world, and why?
Give back to the world. And why? Okay. What do I answer for this? I mean, see, I would just want to give happiness. Yeah, I don't know what way, but see, again, like I don't know, just add value. Value and happiness is what I have. Like, this is what I want to give back to everybody. I just want everybody to be around me, to be happy. Sab khush rahe. That's what I always wish. Like, I like to be in that lively atmosphere. So I would want and wish that everybody is happy around me. And yeah, what? Just smiles, some happiness, and some good energy. I just want everybody around me should have that dancing spirit. They should be like in that mood, like to be able to take that negative with a positive. Just that. Two dramatic answers, but yeah.
So do you you said photography like gives you the freedom of traveling, but it also comes with lots of challenges. So what would you prefer, in the indoor shoot or the outdoor shoot?
I love outdoor shoots because for me, most of the shoots that I've done are outdoor, because natural lighting, I love to shoot natural light. I mean, I can work with, like extra lights and stuff like indoor, like with the setups and stuff, but I love the feel of outdoor because I love nature. So I would love to be anywhere outdoor. So for me, outdoor would definitely be like a high priority. it gives you that feeling, you know, it is very nice because when आप बाहर जाते हो आपको एक मौका मिलता है to see new places and then, you know, create something out of like something which is not very planned. Sometimes when you're on the spot, you get the chance to like create something on the spot also. Not everything has to be pre-planned and not come with like a proper storyboard or structure. Sometimes when you're in a place, you find your own vision and clarity on how you'd like to go about it. So
All
yeah.
right. Okay. All right. Juhi, what is the definition of love to you?
I think sacrifice and just knowing that okay, you know, because whatever you love in life, कहीं ना कहीं आपको कुछ छोड़ना ही पड़ता है. जैसे I love, I'm a sweet tooth, okay. So if I really need the best for myself, then I really need to leave the sweets in my life, like because that's the villain in my life, but that's what I love. So I think sacrifice. I mean, I'm just giving example form, and also people for that matter. If you really love somebody, you will be in the position to sacrifice for them, and you will also gain back from it. That's what I feel.
Like, thank you. It has been amazing, like fun, rapid fire, and like, but yeah, like we still have a dad joke left to like.
Why don't you guys crack a joke for me?
I suck at it badly. Don't even start about it.
Okay, come on, you can try, yeah, you can try. Why don't you try, Jolly?
Jolly can try.
See, Jolly, oh, very Jolly, you have to try. Come on.
Like,
she has the comedic name also, Jolly. Like, सुन के हंसी आती है, तो आप कर लो Jolly.
Jolly कराओ मैं, चलो.
Backfired on me, I would say.
Huh?
My trick has backfired on me.
एक जोक हम तीनों बोल नहीं पा रहे मिलके. Oh God, how pathetic and would be. कोई बात नहीं. It's okay. Right now, currently, our brains have stopped working after like intense conversations. So I feel it's okay. We can leave it to another time.
Yeah, sure.
But honestly, एक बात बोलूं ना Juhi, like while talking to you now, I'm literally imagining the whole movie of Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, and like you're the female version of Ranbir Kapoor for some strange reason. Like, I can
If that's
literally
so, if that is what it makes you feel, then glad. Thank you.
literally like
See, that's
yeah.
तो वही बोलते ना सब लोग मेरे को यही बोलते हैं यू लिविंग द लाइफ ब्रो यू आर लिविंग द लाइफ ब्रो आई एम लाइक सी सब लोग ये बोलना बड़ा आसान है कि यू लिविंग द लाइफ ब्रो बट वुड हैव चोजन दिस लाइफ ब्रो व्हाई कांट यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ब्रो you know this is something I've chosen for myself and see it has its own challenges nothing comes there are no free lunches and there are no you know everything doesn't come easy you have to work your way through it and बहुत सारे problems भी आती है so when you're constantly traveling also health goes for a toss आपका पूरा schedule मेरा schedule ही नहीं है कोई life में you know I don't have मेरा ये routine है कि मेरा कोई routine नहीं है life में so, you know that itself like it's a very different it's a very unconventional thing you know when you're choosing something like this and comes with a lot of challenges so people always think she is living the life but yes of course I am living the life because this life I want for myself and I would also wish के सब जो करना चाहे वो करे they should pursue what they truly feel and like to do because you have one life मतलब you know I understand कि sacrifice इस चीजों में मत sacrifice करो अगर जो दिल से पसंद है ना क्योंकि I feel कि अगर आप खुद खुश नहीं है ना आप दूसरों को खुश नहीं कर सकते तो first you have to fill the cups inside fill the water within yourself and then you will be able to give you know be in the position to give so be happy and then create a happy space around you just that. So yeah.
It's like there's that dialogue ना मैं उड़ना चाहता हूँ मैं भागना चाहता हूँ I'm literally when but there's one more part of the movie there's the line जितना भी try कर लो कुछ ना कुछ छूट जाता है
see true and that's how it is you know and सब कुछ अपन पाने की चाह नहीं रख सकते हम पाना सब कुछ चाहते हैं but we really can't get it all so yeah whatever you are having it enjoy the freedom of having it and enjoy the space. So मेरे को वही है कि like though you see I've मेरा photography journey बहुत बीच बीच में छूटा भी है, आया भी है, पर एकदम से कभी quit नहीं किया मैंने. पर बीच में जो चीज भी आया ना उसको भी मैंने बहुत happy heartedly embrace किया है. So I'm like, let it come, go with the flow, or rather I would say just be the flow. So just be it and then see how it goes for you. एंड नहीं वर्क होता, कुछ ना कुछ सोल्यूशन मिल ही जाता लाइफ में. एवरीथिंग हैज है, हर ताले की चाबी तो हर प्रॉब्लम का सोल्यूशन है. Yeah, so
all right, Juhi, that was an amazing line given there. Purpose movie को ज़्यादा भी.
मूवी में कास्टिंग कर लो फिर.
नहीं करना ही पड़ेगा obviously. If there's a part 2, I definitely you're getting the role in it.
Do it with me. Oh, I would love that. Oh my God. That would be such a dream.
Okay, all right, Juhi, thank you for doing this, and it was an amazing conversation. And ये moment जिंदगी भर याद रहेगा. This is the first time in coffee conversations जहाँ पे ना we all are just staring each other like blankly on the face. अभी अगला क्या बोलेगा? अभी next क्या बोलेगा?
See, I thank you so much for this. Really, I was not very sure, like, how this would go about, but then I ended up having so much fun. And like, we are now, you know a lot about me. I'm yet to know few things about you guys also. So then tell me something about you guys also. So a little bit I should also know, na? Who my interviewers are.
Okay, so Jolly will go first, definitely.
So telling about me, I am an advocate. I am a friend. Like I enrolled like yesterday. I got enrolled yesterday actually. Like yesterday I just got the tag of advocate. So I am advocate Jolly.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And like I have been working with Prime Infotech for like past 6 months, and it has been amazing. Mansoor has been like an amazing mentor and coach, and like it has been an amazing experience working with him and talking with such an amazing people. Like with this show, I have been able to like had the opportunity to interact with you because and you are such an amazing soul, and like I don't think like we would have like had the opportunity to interact if this show would have not been there. So like I would really thank this show.
Oh my God, wow. You're such a sweet person yourself. See, you can only see sweetness in others when you have sweetness in you, because the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, they say. So it's just that. So you are a happy person, a nice person yourself. So that is why you was able to see the beauty around you. Too much this thing, I know, but it's the truth.
Thank you so much. Now Mansoor will go on.
Okay. So I basically work at Prime Infotech. I'm the operations head over here. Okay, and we have a community known as the Emerging India Forum, जिसके अंदर हम लोग ये चलाते हैं the coffee conversations. I'm the co-founder over there. So for me, basically, I like to write a lot. Overthink की बीमारी है life में, so I just pen them down and write thoughts and life. And overall, I just live like life one time at a day or one day at a time, you could say. Basically, वही चलता है. And mostly meeting new people and like having conversation is the fun part. तुम सीखो हम सीखो हम जी लेंगे साथ में. So that is that.
Nice, that's amazing. I would love to meet both of you in person and probably take some nice pictures of you as well.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Come over to Hyderabad sometime, whenever you guys are around. I would love to take you out and like do some fun things, shoot some nice concepts.
Definitely, Juhi. कभी ना कभी तो आएंगे, आपको जरूर कॉल करेंगे.
For sure.
All right, guys. So that's the end of the coffee conversation. Juhi, thank you once again for this amazing conversation. Seriously, जिंदगी भर याद रहेगा.
Thank you so much. You just give me way too much respect, but thank you so much. I would also remember this conversation because it was one of a kind and I really, really enjoyed it. I was like, panicking a little bit, कि भाई क्या करना है, if I'm like going in properly or not. But thank you so much because you made it so easy and nice and warm. So really, really, really thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to like looking at this entire episode and laughing on myself. What a dumb So much I've been speaking, but thank you so much for listening with all ears and all heart. Thank you so much for that.
Great. Thank you, Juhi.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
You too. Bye.